My first experience with non-terrestrials happened in 1951 when I was 7 years old. I was awakened in the middle of the night and by someone calling my name. And at that time I felt compelled to go downstairs because I knew that they were around my house. I went right to the front door, opened it wide, and there, to my amazement, was a very tall being. He was accompanied by 5 or 6 very small beings. He spoke to me telepathically and said to me, "Please don't be frightened of us. We have not come to harm you."
I've got a message for all the scumbags, losers, killers, and haters of this world. Evil must be punished.
He stopped and pointed to the sky and asked me to look at the sky. And as I looked up, the sky became just an ominous blood red and began to feel like it was going to crack open like a delicate eggshell at any time. But the colors were more see-through. It was almost like a fourth-dimensional place. The sky was so ominous that I became very frightened, and I knew that time for humanity, even at age 7, I knew that time was running out. Something was going to happen. The being told me that there may come a time within my lifetime where it would be necessary for them to come and remove some of the population from planet Earth until it was safe to return. They said, if you see the sky as we showed you, you will know we are coming. There will be no time to make a decision whether you will go with us or not. But you need to think about this over your lifetime. That was my first encounter with non-terrestrials. At 7 years old, I knew that my life would never be the same.
So, take comfort in what you've just seen. Keep it in your memory, because it may prove to be useful. It's like she told us. If you see that sky start to turn red and look like the atmosphere is going to literally turn into fire, look up. Get ready. Because they're going to rescue us from such a calamity if it becomes necessary. Hopefully it won't be, but hey, you never know.
It is a very scary thing to think that a being that was not from this earth, and God only knows from where, showed up in my bedroom or showed up in my living room and wanted to poke needles in me or do some horrendous thing. Terrifying. It's terrifying. And I would hope that no one would have those experiences. I have had those experiences. I would never want to repeat them again. I found myself upstairs in my bedroom listening to this horribly loud noise. And it frightened me so much, and I went downstairs, and I thought I was going to open that front door and run like hell. But when I got downstairs, my dog was plastered up against the front door like she was paralyzed. She couldn't move. And this horribly loud sound was coming from the back of the house where the kitchen was. And so I inched my way back there, and to my amazement, 3 or 4 beings tried to drag me and take me physically. This was happening on a nightly basis. They were in my room, they were in my house, and I said, no, you are not going to do this. I'm not going. Let go of me. And I was screaming. Of course, I was paralyzed, but you can still use your mind. They cannot paralyze your mind. And I prayed that I would not go, and I said, God help me. And as soon as I was that adamant, a most beautiful entity of light came crashing through my bedroom wall. And this entity of light was swirling around the room, just swirling. I could hear it swishing and swirling around the room. And the next thing I knew, all of the beings were thrown out the bedroom, out the side of the wall. And at that point, I was paralyzed with fear. And I lay there and just watched this entity of light come above my bed again. And all I could think was, thank you, seemed very inadequate, but all I could think of to say at the time. And in a big booming voice, the entity said to me, as you respect yourself, so shall we. And he was gone. And from that day on, I learned that I was not a victim.
And I learned that I didn't have to be a victim. And she's absolutely right. We don't have to be a victim. We don't have to be a victim. The light beings are real. When Jesus was on the Mount of Transfiguration, he didn't turn into a reptile or a gray or some other thing. He turned into a being of pure light and pure energy. When Moses saw God up on the mountain, he saw a being of pure light and pure energy. These light beings are our true creators. And if the book of Revelations is to be believed, if George Washington's prophecy is to be believed, these light beings will intervene again. They will only allow the reptilians and the greys and the New World Order, the Antichrist, what have you, to only do so much. And then they will intervene, and intervene in a big way. So take heart in that. Now I know there will be people, well, why didn't the light beings save the Jews? Or why didn't the light beings save so-and-so? I can't answer that. I can't answer that. No one can. You know, if I had my rathers, I would like for the light beings to return now, you know, and put an end to Bilderberg Group and stuff such as that. Why are they allowing Bilderberg to continue? I don't know. I don't know. But I can take comfort in the fact that they will come back when they're ready and put a stop to some of the evil that's going on this planet. I truly believe that with all of my heart.